Hey, Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your weekly horoscope for August 11th through August 16th of 2020. So, first of all, here on August 11th, we have Vesta that is entering into the sign of Leo. And Vesta is all about where we are putting our energy and focus into. It is our feminine creative side, this spark of energy and life force that is within. And so, as it enters into the sign of Leo, which is all about the heart space, Leo is about what we love, what we enjoy, what we want to express to the world. It's where our confidence, our entertainment, our joy, our romance, our creativity is at, with this royal sun energy of what we are expressing and how we are behaving. And so, with Vesta entering into Leo, this is a big time of pursuing your creative purposes. What is it that you want to express and bring into this world at this time? So, big time for those of you, especially those who have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as the air signs. Big time for creative expression, bringing your thoughts and your ideas in. Little bit of a challenge for those of you with Aquarius, as this is your opposite sign, but this is about pulling in those qualities from the opposite and finding that balance where you are taking your ideas, where you're taking your innovation, your thoughts, and turning it into something creative, putting it into your passion, into your expression. For my water signs and earth signs, this is also affecting you, but a little bit more challenging, as this is dealing with our opposite, more feminine internal energies. But with this Leo energy, we have the Sun in Leo, we have Mercury in Leo that is in that conjunction with the Sun currently. And now we are adding in this Vesta into Leo. So lots of creative energy to access and tap into at this time, during this week, and throughout this month here of August. Before the sun starts to shift into Virgo here on the 23rd, we have a ton of access to Leo energy, and this Mercury in Leo giving us that outlet to express it, as Mercury is our messenger spirit. It is about communication. It is about how we can get our ideas out and across and straight to the point. And we are in a space where this is all about getting straight to the point with the North Node over in Gemini. So, big time of really focusing on how can we get straight to the point? How can we get to the truth? How can we get to the knowledge? How can we get to a place where we are connecting and expressing ourselves through our creative means, through what brings us joy, through what we are confident in, through what we want to show and express to the world? Moving forward, on the 12th of August, we do have the moon entering into Gemini. And so this is adding to all of this busyness, as the moon is all about our thoughts and our feelings. It is that receptive, intuitive, internal part of who we are, the feminine side. And so with the moon entering into this busy sign of Gemini, Gemini has a ton of mental activity going on, thinking, communicating, learning, taking in information, putting out information. There is a lot of changing and adapting to new information, moving from point to point to point. And so, with the moon entering into Gemini, there is a lot of activity going on. And for those of you who were born with the moon in Gemini, you are probably familiar with what I am talking about here. With this moon in Gemini, there is a ton of mental traffic, where there is a lot of thinking, a lot of feelings that's coming up, a lot of reactions that are very quick and very much focused in what is logical. Where's the information at? Where are the details at? So this is a big time to use all of that mental energy to really express yourself and to really create what you want to bring into this world. Really focusing on your thoughts and ideas at this time and making sure that everything is positive, that everything is beneficial to you, especially with our North Node being in Gemini, right? That Rahu North Node is always this obsessive nature to want to learn and grow and experience more. And it is outside of our comfort zone. And so, with the North Node being in Gemini, it really is a time where we need to learn more, we need to seek out more information and details, make sure that we have all of the facts, and actually use our creative energy and our communication to express ourselves. However, with this North Node in Gemini, it is also a time where you want to be cautious of not overthinking, not obsessing, getting lost down rabbit holes, as this is this obsession to continue with this curiosity and this mental restless energy of Gemini. Moving forward on August 14th, this energy increases with the moon joining in with the North Node in Gemini. So on August 14th, we see this conjunction here as the moon is moving forward ahead into the sign of Gemini, where it meets up with Rahu, and this is where the thinking can become obsessive, right? This is where the thinking becomes more intense, more emotionally charged. And so this is a big time, especially here on the 14th, where you want to be cautious of how you are expressing yourself, of how you are thinking, right? Making sure that everything is positive, that you are taking in and putting out energy that is positive, that is beneficial to you in your life. So, big time of really paying attention to the thoughts that are coming up, making sure that they are positive. If there are any negative thoughts, clearing that out, right? Big time of paying close attention to your reactions and responses, making sure that you're not responding too quickly, making sure that you're not responding in a way that is negative, in a way where you are not getting all of your thoughts and answers. Because remember that we have the South Node in Sagittarius that is going to be in opposition to the moon. So this is a big time where we can have a little bit of an emotional disconnect from the truth, right? As Sagittarius is connected to the truth, it is connected to philosophy, to belief systems. And so this is a big time where you want to be careful about trying to make quick conclusions and come up with quick responses and answers to what is going on in your environment, with that North Node being in Gemini, all about our familiar surroundings and our environment, and making sure that everything is actually factual and truthful before just jumping into this whole reaction and response. Moving forward on the 15th of August, we have the moon and Venus joining up in a conjunction. So this is the moon and Gemini moving ahead forward, now finally meeting up with Venus, which is in Cancer. So this is our moon in Cancer now. It is at home, where the moon loves being here in Cancer in its domicile, where Cancer is all about our feelings. It's all about emotional connection. It's all about what is nurturing. It's all about our emotional needs and what fulfills us, our home, our connection to the mother. And so the moon is thriving really well in the sign of Cancer, where it is all about our connection. But remember that this moon is going to have to meet up in an opposition with Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn, the big dogs that are in this harsh reality of Capricorn later on. So, starting off here with this Moon-Venus conjunction, this is a great position with it being in Cancer, where this is all about nurturing your emotional needs through your creative expression, through what is comfortable, through what feels safe, right? We have the two feminine energies meeting up, where Venus is all about what brings us that peace and harmony, that comfort, that joy, that pleasure, and the moon is all about our emotional needs, our comfort, and our emotional connection. And so, as the moon and Venus are meeting up here in the sign of Cancer, great position for connection, for fulfillment, for nourishment, as it has been very harsh with Venus being here in Cancer and all of that Capricorn energy, where this has been all about wanting to connect, wanting to feel that emotional comfort and that emotional needs. But the harsh reality of Capricorn making this a little bit more challenging and difficult, where we are faced a lot here with the challenges and difficulties, especially as this is Cancer, where we are very emotional, very sensitive. There's a lot of challenges that are coming up here in the month of August. But of course, that Leo energy is lighting things up. It is making things much more lighter and positive if we are focusing on what is optimistic and what brings us the confidence and the joy in the self-expression. Now, this Venus is also going to be in a square over to Chiron in Aries. Chiron in Aries, remembering that that is about the wounds and the fears around our identity, around how we're expressing ourselves and how we're able to take direct action. So a lot that is coming up here that is creating fear and worry around how are we presenting ourselves, how are we approaching situations in life. And this is all in this square over to Venus in Cancer, where we're really feeling sensitive, we're really in our emotions, feeling the weight and the heaviness of what is happening here in our reality. So, difficult time, but with the moon coming up to Venus, it is taking a little bit of this weight off of us, giving us this softer connection where we get to feel more comfortable, more relaxed. So, great time with the moon and Venus to take a break, to relax, to connect to others, to do what brings you comfort. What is it that brings you that sense of joy and comfort, right? Whether it's a favorite food, whether it is doing something relaxing, something entertaining. So, that is a big theme that shows up on the 15th of August. Also, a big deal that we have going on the 15th of August is Uranus stationing retrograde. And with Uranus stationing retrograde, remembering that we experienced a Uranus retrograde in Taurus last year, and it entered into this year where it ended back in January on the 11th of January 2020. So we have experienced this Uranus retrograde in Taurus already, but this is the continuation of that cycle as Uranus will station once again in the sign of Taurus. And remember that Uranus is in its debilitation in the sign of Taurus, very low functioning here, as Uranus wants to take us through unexpected changes and surprises. It wants to shake things up. It wants to do radical things. It wants to liberate us, wants to free us. And Taurus is all about what can we hold on to? What is our self-worth? What are our possessions? What have we built to work up? What do our finances look like, right? So Taurus being very much connected to what we are holding on to, what we're committed to, what we've worked to build up to, and Uranus wanting to come in with all of these crazy, unexpected changes. So this has been the breakdown of our personal values, of our possessions, of our finance for many of us in our lives in this moment here coming into 2020. As Uranus stations direct, though, this is really a big moment of looking at those things that we value and appreciate and making sure that the changes that we're making or the changes that we're not making are of value to us in our lives. So for those of you who have been making very radical changes, very unexpected changes in your life to change your values, to change your beliefs, this is a time to check back in to make sure that those changes are actually beneficial, that they actually are serving you in your life. Also, for those of you who have resisted the change, big time to revisit those areas where you resisted change and to look at what are the changes that you actually need to make. Because with Uranus and Taurus, we do need to make changes in order to elevate our values, in order to have what is truly worth it, of the most worth and value in our lives at this time. So, where are those areas where we need to change? What are the changes that are too radical, that aren't radical enough? The areas that we need to make those adjustments and improvements in. And so, big moment here with this Uranus retrograde of really taking the moment to review your areas where you want to liberate and free yourself, those areas where you want to evolve and grow in, and what are the changes that need to be made or not be made in those areas. Moving forward on the 16th of August, we have the moon coming into this big opposition with Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn that are in retrograde in Capricorn. So as the moon is meeting up with this Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn configuration in Capricorn, this is a big moment of really feeling the pain, feeling the hurt, feeling the challenges, the difficulties that are coming our way. And so, especially on the 16th of August and leading up to it and after it, this is a big moment of really feeling and experiencing the weight of reality, the weight of our challenges and obstacles. So, big moment to not get stuck in that place of feeling, as there are going to be some very intense feelings coming up at this moment about how difficult, how challenging it is to push through these obstacles. But remembering to stay positive with that Leo energy that is lighting up our world with the Sun and Mercury in that conjunction, that is where the clarity is at. Because remember that Mercury is all about what logically makes sense. So the clarity is where the Sun is at in Leo, because that is where Mercury is at. So focusing on the positivity, the joy, focusing on our vision, on our creativity, on our success, on what we can build at this time, that is where the clarity will be found. You will not find the clarity in your emotions here on the 16th, as there will be a lot of heaviness coming up. So once again, going back to that Moon-Venus conjunction, big moment where you really want to take care of yourself. You want to make sure that you are doing what nurtures you and doing what brings you that joy and that connection in your life, because there is a lot of heaviness that is coming your way here, especially coming into the end of August, where we are going to see the Sun shift into Virgo later on here on the 22nd. So things are becoming more real, wanting to make sure that you are connecting to your true emotional connection and the joy that you want to see in your life, and ending and clearing out all of the negativity that is stopping you, all of the blocks that are illusionary. By the way, this Capricorn energy is of control because we have Pluto there, but Saturn's there also, where there's a lot of fear, but this is an illusion. Remember that Jupiter is there in Capricorn, where if you believe in yourself and you work hard enough, you will succeed. So that fear of control is an illusion. Now let's take a look at the cards that I pulled for this week as well. The first card is the Nine of Wands. So this is an ending. This is a completion, right? Big moment here with the Nine of Wands of really closing the door. Remembering that that last card after the Nine of Wands is the Ten of Wands, where you can no longer carry that much weight with you. So big time of releasing, letting go, taking a look at what you can actually create and build that is of the most passion and worth and value to you, the things that you truly love and value, and leaving everything else that you don't love and value behind. So once again, big time. Close the door on the old chapter of negativity and step into your positivity, step into your creative ability, step into your happiness, your joy, what you can manifest at this time. Next card here is the Page of Swords. Going right off of that, what are those negative thoughts that you have to release? Page of Swords is all about our thoughts. It is all about the information and the knowledge and the thinking that we can connect to. And it is here in reverse where it's time to clear out our thoughts, right? It's time to clear out that junk that doesn't serve us in our lives. Last card here is the Ace of Pentacles, where this is really giving you a new opportunity to create and build something new for yourself that better serves you in your life. So once again, using that positivity, using those creative abilities, wherever Leo is in your chart, that is the area where you want to focus on, where you can prosper in your life. And if you are curious where this is happening in your chart, with this Leo energy and with this Uranus retrograde that is happening, make sure to check out your monthly horoscope for the month of August to see where that is taking place in your personal chart. If you have any questions or if you enjoyed this and you want to leave a comment, go ahead and leave it down in the comments section as well as a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. I also want to mention that I am currently offering a class on astrology that can be found in the private Facebook group, Astrology Class with Daquan Jones. You can also find this class on Udemy, and the second part of this class, the intermediate course for those who were waiting on that, is now available on Udemy as well. And you can find this class on Patreon as well as exclusive content. Of course, next month, going into September, you will see the monthly horoscopes switch over to Patreon, and we will focus more on weekly horoscopes here on this channel. So I will leave the information for all of that down below in the description as well as the comments. I also want to mention that I am currently offering a free Facebook group where you can share all of your spiritual wisdom, motivational advice, or simply just peace and love. You can find this on Facebook. It is in the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light, and I will leave the information for that down below in the description as well. I also want to mention that I have a free blog that is up where you can go ahead and check out my blog post where I am going through celebrities' birth charts through my interpretation of the astrology. So feel free to go ahead and check out my blog as well. And I want to thank you all so much for joining. And I want to thank all the spirits who joined in today to make this message possible. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.